Welcome everyone to the June 2021 Q&A call. We'll just wait a minute or two so that people can join and then we'll begin. Okay, we'll wait for like a few more minutes so that more people can join in and then we will begin the Q&A. Okay, let's begin. Let's take Bonnie Wayne's question. Hey Bonnie Wayne, how are you? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? Bonnie Wayne. It looks like he's not here. Next, we'll take Krupali Patel's question. Hey Krupali, how are you? Are you able to hear me? Mm-mm. You might have to press that button there to talk, so it mutes you by default unless you press and hold the button at the bottom.
Yeah, now is it possible?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
How are you, Krupali?
Oh, great. Hi, Harsh. So very good evening. So I have around 1 lakh in my hand, and I wanted to invest in the best possible way for a very long term growth. So if you can recommend me something then it would be great thing for me.
This is not investment advice, but if I had that much money and my goal was to invest for the very long term, I would buy equal amounts of Bitcoin and Ethereum. That said, this is not investment advice, and crypto is risky in my opinion, but I think that it has the best long-term potential. The next question I'll take is from Caesar Iron.
Hi, Harsha. Caesarian here.
Hey
Are you
Caesar,
able
how
to
are
hear
you?
me? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm a 25-year-old guy. I work in IT. So I've completed my engineering and everything. So I just wanted to ask you, lately, as I have been like in growing up in life, I have been able to not focus on my goals too much. I've been procrastinating too much. I'm being lazy enough right now. And earlier I used to work out. I used to play football, and earlier I used to do all these things. But slowly and gradually, when I'm getting more responsibilities in life and getting more work pressure and everything, I'm not able to take time out for myself because I also want to start a business or something like that. So the major problem is I've been procrastinating so much. I always think like I'll do this the next day, the next day, the next day, and it keeps on pending like that.
I get you. I know what you're talking about. So basically, a problem is that you don't find the energy, or you keep postponing what you want to do because you have things you need to get done with today, like your work or whatever. And really, it's all about priorities. And if you want to do something, you have to do it. Like, no one can force you to do it. I can't, and no one else can, raise your hand and force you to do something. If something is important to you, you will do it. So I would say that if you're procrastinating, it's likely that these things are not as important to you as they used to be, and that's the deeper issue. And procrastination is just a symptom. Next question I'll take is from Babaji. Okay, Babaji, you can speak.
Hello. Hi, Harsh.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well too. What's your question, Babaji?
Harsh, I had a question related to copywriting.
Mm-hmm.
How should I start learning copywriting? Would you recommend the best resources to study copywriting? I'm a 20-year-old currently just finished my semester, fourth semester. I have some free time, a month or so, so I thought of learning a new skill, this new skill. So, what do you recommend? How should I start, and where should I start?
So for learning copywriting, the first thing you need to do is sign up to some affiliate programs and try making some sales. Google some articles on copywriting, read some books like the Boron Letters, Cashvertising, and things along those lines. And if you have the money, I would recommend investing into some course by someone who is actually in the copywriting business and learning from them. I think copywriting is one of the most valuable skills around. And if you can say spend $100 or $200 to buy a course that teaches you how to do it properly and helps you make sales for affiliate products, it's an investment that you should recoup, say, in a week or two. I don't think it's an expense, it's an investment. And that's the best way to learn copywriting. Just read a bit and try it out, see if it works or not. You need to sign up for some affiliate programs and test out your copy. Create some websites, put it up on Twitter and social media, and see what works for you. The next question I'll take is from Delta. Go ahead, Delta. You can speak.
Hello Harsh, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. My question to you is that you just, of course, it wasn't a investment advice, but you suggested Miss Krupali Patel that to invest in crypto, and she
Yes.
said she has 1 lakh rupees on hand. But
Yes.
if I want to buy one Bitcoin, it
You don't have
costs.
to buy one Bitcoin. You can buy 0.00001 Bitcoin. One
Oh,
Bitcoin is equal to 100,000 Satoshis. It's I'm not sure if I
okay.
remember. I think it's
Oh,
100,
oh,
100 million Satoshis. So you can
got it.
buy 100 millionth of it.
but but my question to you is that why you didn't suggested her like to invest in equity like Indian stock, like good companies.
Because they will not grow as much, in my opinion. See,
Okay,
this is one of a question that you didn't actually have a question, and you're wasting everyone's time by asking me to defend my opinions. The next question I'll take is from Imperium. Imperium, you can speak.
Yes, hello Harsh, how are you doing?
I'm well, Imperium. How are you?
I'm good. I just, wanted to actually know your opinions on this, as your stance is against government jobs. Am I
I didn't
audible?
get your question. Yeah, can you repeat your question? There's a lot of background noise.
Yes, yes. I'm actually outside. So your stance is basically against government jobs. That the government should not provide employment, but private companies should.
Okay. And
And I mean, I get the point where it's about, the jobs where you don't have any sort of influence or something. But how does it compare? Where do you put the jobs which actually put you in a position of influence, like administration, be it law enforcement or something, in the Indian context?
I think that those jobs might be worthwhile. At the end of the day, they are still jobs and not a business. My main gripe with the whole government job thing is that people tend to say that the government should provide jobs, and it's not the government's job to provide anyone with a job. Their job as a government is to manage the economy, make sure that they're enforcing real law and order, and the infrastructure, public infrastructure is good. I don't think providing jobs is a government concern. I know they keep saying that to get votes, like we'll give you jobs, but I don't think it's a government. It should be a government issue. They just need to get out of the way, let people work, let companies hire freely, and things of that sort. I didn't fully catch your question though, so I might have answered a different one. The next question I'll take is from Neeraj Sinha. Hey Neeraj, how are you? Hi Neeraj, can you hear me? Okay, looks like Neeraj is not here. Next question I'll take is from Abhijit S. Hey Abhijit, how are you? Can you hear me? Okay, it looks like he isn't here either.
Can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can hear you, Abhijit. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well too. What's your
Great.
question?
Yes, I have two questions, if that's okay with you. My younger brother, he knows coding, so he just completed some courses. I am not sure. I'm not much aware of this thing, but he wanted to know about some freelancing sites that he can try his hands on. Can you suggest some?
You can try Upwork, Fiverr, and any. There's lots of freelancing sites. I mostly hire from Upwork and Fiverr, so those are the ones I know about. But I know a couple of people who have hired coders from a few other websites. I don't know their names, but I will find out and I'll put them in the Telegram chat later.
Awesome, great. And just one more question that's for me. Well, I'm also invested in crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just
So
wanted to
you're
ask.
also in what? Your voice is breaking.
I'm invested in cryptos as well, so
Okay.
I'm a big fan of that. So Ethereum and Bitcoin, yes, I am invested in that. I just wanted your opinion on Monero and Solana, like altcoins. Do you see a future for those as well, or just you're invested, or maybe you recommend on Bitcoin?
I have some Monero as well. I think Monero is one of the better altcoins in the sense that it actually has a use case that Bitcoin and Ethereum do not solve, since it has private transactions. With altcoins, there's a lot of scams, though. Especially with DeFi coins, there are a lot of rug pulls, a lot of scams. People have built in. Say if there's a DeFi coin, they'll have some sort of secret smart contract or some move they can do, which allows them to issue more currency than they actually disclose to the public, or they can essentially just abandon the project and run away with it. So there's a lot of rug pulls and things of that sort going on with altcoins. They require more research than just buying the big ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XMR, Link, and things of that sort. If you want to know my full profile, that is my full crypto portfolio, I have a product on Gumroad that gives you my portfolio. Just go to my Gumroad page and you'll find it. The next question I'll take is from Himanshu. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to ask me something, you need to do that raise your hand thing on Telegram so that I know that you want to have a question.
Yeah, hi
Go
Harsh.
ahead.
Hope you are doing well.
I'm well. How are you?
I am also good. Thanks for asking. So I just popped in when you were recommending book for copywriting. So I request you, can you please repeat?
This will be posted on YouTube, so you can listen to the entire call again. The next question I'll take is from Dot. I love being brinjal. Okay, Dot, you can speak. Dot can speak. It looks like he is not here. The next question I'll take is from S. S can speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Harsh.
S. How are you?
I'm fine, Harsh. So I had a question that right now I'm a freelancer and from here I wish to move on to scaling, like let's say I don't want to work for my time anymore. So like creating products, like I'm not sure like how I should really get started with that part. um I've been freelancing for the past 3 years, and before that I was doing a job. So I'm in the cloud industry. I work with AWS, GCP. So I'm just not sure like how I can move from away from giving away my time to something more that is scalable.
This is a very good question. And until you have a product idea, here is what you need to do. You need to build an audience, because if you don't have an audience and you just have a product, it's going to be very hard to sell it. And until you have a product idea, well, no one can give a product idea to you. So you need to just build an audience on social media, create a blog or a website, and start creating an audience so that whenever you do come up with some sort of product that you want to sell, you might write a software, a SaaS product, or anything else, you will have someone to market your book or your product or your software or whatever it is to. So your goal right now, until you have some sort of product idea, should to just be building an audience. The next question I'll take is from Pratyush.
Hello,
Pratyush can
good
speak.
evening.
Hello, how are you?
Good evening.
Good
Yeah, I
evening.
was asking that. I'm right now a college student, a second year college student. So I wanted to, just start off my career, and I was going through Twitter. Yeah, Aaron once posted that he was selling doing freelancing and selling web design pages and landing pages, and he also suggested a Gumroad course. Is that authentic or legit to start with? Because
I don't know
I'm a
because I
college,
haven't taken his course, and I don't know the person you're talking about either, so I can't unfortunately answer this question.
but this
Generally, you can see the reviews and tell if the product is authentic or not. But there's no definitive way for me to conclude just from that information that if a course is legitimate or not. The next question I'll take is from Sebastian. Hey Sebastian, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
Hey, Harsh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm well too.
Great. So, the question I'm having is any tips to improve self confidence? If you want to ask something specific to me, you can ask, but any overall tips for that?
What do you mean by self-confidence? What's the exact problem you're facing?
So, let's suppose I'm standing with a person, okay? And so, if I'm standing with a single individual, I'm more comfortable. And if I'm standing with two, three, four, a group of people, I get nervous, something like that. So
I see
yeah.
what you mean. Whatever you feel nervous about, you need to do more of so that you get used to it. It's about practice and getting out of your comfort zone and getting used to being in new, different, and scary situations. And that's more or less it. If you want something specific for general self-confidence, I would say learn how to fight, learn boxing. That really helps. If you know that you can kick someone's ass, it'll show in your personality. The next question I'll take is from Karthik Reddy. Hey Karthik, you can speak.
Hi, Harsh. Am I audible?
Yes, how are you, Karthik? Yes, you have to keep pressing the
I'm well, thank
button
you.
on your
Thanks for
phone.
your time. And I've been like following you from since 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Okay. So
We
what
lost audio
happened was
again.
like, my question is, yeah, my question is, I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, please talk.
Okay, okay, sorry. Yeah. So my question is like, I have followed the live intentionally or live intentionally program, and it really helped me a lot. Like, I would say like I lost like around 8 kilos, and I was looking fit, and everyone was appreciating that. Like, I have followed a lot of advices or suggestions. Like
Congratulations. I'm so glad that it has
whatever
worked
to
well
build
for
my.
you. Your voice is cracking though. Karthik, are you still there?
Now it's like I want to start somewhere online business, and like, thank you very much. Okay, let me the Bluetooth.
Okay, we'll give you a minute and get back to you, Karthik. The next question I'll take is from Crypto Burb.
Hello, I know you're a CA student. Is there any some strategy you'd like to suggest for
I'm not a
CA?
student, I'm a CA.
Oh, sorry, CA. You're a CA. Sorry.
Okay, so what's the question? Any strategy?
Yeah, any specific strategy that you followed or something like that?
I don't remember exactly right now. I remember I almost skipped most of audit. I was always good with finance, this SFM subject, and accounting I was pretty good at, so I studied those. I did all the practical subjects well, and all the theory subjects I was not so good at, and it was a bit of luck and a bit of practice. And I don't remember exactly what I did. It's been a while. I do have an article on advice for students though, so you should check that out. The next question I'll take is from Darshan. Hey Darshan, you can speak.
Hey there, Harsh. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Harsh, my question was that as a 5'3" guy, how can I develop more confidence while speaking to others and overcome my insecurities about my height?
Well, if you want to improve your confidence when speaking to others, you just do it the same way a tall person would. I don't know how being short leads to low confidence when speaking to others. So I'm not sure what answer you're looking for, and how do you
I
stop
mean,
being insecure about your height?
I mean, it's not like confidence or something like that, but I feel quite insecure about my height because I'm the average height or something like that. So yeah.
There's nothing you can do about your height, so you just have to accept it and just make the best of it. There's no trick. I don't know why you're insecure. Maybe it's just there's if you can't change something, you just have to accept it. And your height is one of them. Your IQ is one of them. So you just have to deal with it. Don't think too much about it. And I would again say learn how to fight because it really improves your vibe and your confidence. Your height is important, but there's nothing you can do about it. So you can work on everything else. The insecurity part is just in your head. You have to get rid of it. I'm not sure how exactly because I've never been short and I haven't dealt with this problem. But I would say try to look past it. Think logically. Like there's nothing you can do. And there are people who have far worse problems. There are people who are handicapped, people who don't have a limb, people who are suffering from genetic diseases. So you have it quite good. So relax. The next question I'll take is from Rahul Ramchandani. Rahul, you can speak.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, Rahul, how are you?
Hello, Harsh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, Harsh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your question, Rahul?
Hi, Harsh, how are you doing?
I'm well.
I follow you a lot, and it has helped me in a lot of aspects. So I have two questions. The first one being, I feel that living in a metro city in India is not a great option in the long run. And I am 29 right now, and I wish to shift base to another city, and I'm not sure how to go about it. But I have been exploring a couple of cities over weekends. I travel there and I kind of see I vibing with that place. But what are your thoughts on that? And I don't see myself long run staying. So I stay in Mumbai right now, and I've
Mhm.
made my life here. So my thought process is to get financially free and own my own time. And in a couple of maybe by 35, I plan to settle in another city where I can live a better quality of life with better air, better facilities or amenities, so to say, when it comes to access to nature and things like that. So what are your thoughts on it, and how would you suggest to go about it? And then one big problem I feel is that the network, because my entire network is in Mumbai, but how do I kind of recreate a network when I go to a new place?
This is an interesting question. If you have to leave your city, say for your financial reasons, as you said, that you don't make enough money to lead a good life in Mumbai and you need to move to a different city, I would look for cities with a similar culture. I think for Mumbai, the answer would be probably Bangalore. Look for a cheaper city. So I think Bangalore is cheaper too. You could even go to Pune. How you build a network is the same as how you build a network in Mumbai. You just meet people, talk to them, you grow via your business or your job or whatever you have, and you try to meet and connect with more people. This is a decision you have to make. There's no way that you can move a city and then have the same network. You have to start from scratch in many ways. And this is a decision you have to make, and the pros and cons that you have to study. Although I will say that if you're going to move to a city, then what was the point? Like, just make more money. If you wanted to move from a city to a small town or a village which has better nature, I get it. But if you move from one city to another city, I don't think there's much of a change. You just move to a lower cost of living thing, and you can just do the same thing and make more money in Mumbai or wherever else you live. So think for ways to improve your cash flow. The next question I'll take is from Anirudh. Go ahead, Anirudh.
Hi Harsh.
Hey,
What do you
Anirudh, how
think
are
the
you?
future what do you think the future of language Hindi is gonna be in India?
I think it'll always be around. I think that there will be one formal language, which is English, which we all use officially, and one language that people speak, that would be Hindi, at least in North India.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
The next question I'll take is from Brahmtej Singh. Hey Brahmtej, how are you? You can speak. It looks like Brahmtej is not here. We'll mute him again. And I'll take a question from Arnab. Arnab can speak.
Hello.
Hey Arnab, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. What considerations did you take before revealing your voice, and what are your general thoughts on pseudonymous economy slash creator economy?
Wait, what are your considerations before revealing my what?
Voice.
Oh, voice, okay. And what are my
And
thoughts
what are your
on?
general thoughts on pseudonymous economy and creator economy?
I think the creator economy is the future, especially as we move to the work from home age, simply because creativity is the only skill that is in demand anywhere in the future. All the low IQ repetitive jobs can and will and are being automated away. The future is for and by creators and creators only. Pseudonymous, I think, will be quite popular in the future simply because of the whole woke mob and cancel culture thing that is going on. In that if you say the wrong thing, you're fired from your job, and now you have to deal with everybody who now thinks that you're a terrorist, evil, misogynist, whatever. So I think pseudonymous is the way to go. Considerations before revealing my voice, I didn't really care too much. It's just my voice. I think it makes everything easier. It allows me to go on podcasts, make YouTube videos, do calls like with you guys. So I think the pros outweigh the cons. The next question I'll take is from Polymath Power Up.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I wanted to ask you that as learn constantly. So what are some of the YouTube channels or blogs or people that you follow that are good for learning about personal development, maybe social skills or communication skills, or really about anything about mindset or so? So who are some people that you look up to?
I think I have two separate websites from LMM that are in these fields. So if you want to learn more about social skills, go to socialskillswisdom.com. And if you want to learn more about mindset and things of that sort, including women, relationships, bookofpook.com. These are the best resources that I found, so I made websites on them. Socialskillswisdom.com and bookofpook.com. The next question I'll take is from Satoshi Nakamoto. Hey, Satoshi is here. All right, Satoshi, you can speak.
Hi, Harsh. I'm a big fan of your website. I've been following for a year now. I
Happy to
recently
hear
read
that.
your post on suggested books. I read all of them, and I found found it very good. Except especially that gorilla mindset one. Please continue suggesting such books. I just wanted to know: are you from South India or North India?
And that is an anonymous question, so unfortunately I'll have to decline answering it. Sorry. I'm glad you liked the book section. There are some more books that I've read that aren't yet on that list, which I will be adding soon, and that's The Rational Male, which I highly recommend reading. And I'm not sure if I put this or not, but Titan by John D. Titan, the biography of John D. Rockefeller by Ron Chernow, is another great book that I highly recommend reading. Although I think I did add it to the page. I don't remember. The next question I take is from DK. Okay, DK, you can speak.
Am I audible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hi, I have a couple of questions actually.
Only one.
Would you mind? Only one I can ask.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Which industries or which technologies you think will be going to be more in the picture in the future, and how we can expand our knowledge base around that?
Crypto and tech. And the way you expand your knowledge base around them is to learn about crypto, read books, take my course on crypto. It's completely free. It's on teachyourselfcrypto.com. And for tech, you need to learn how to code. I would recommend taking a year or two and learning about computer science. Check out, Google this term, Open Source Society University for Computer Science. It's very, very good. It's also completely free. It's open source. I've been doing it for the past 2.5 years about, and I strongly recommend doing it. I think the future is tech and crypto. Because any industry you will take, it'll eventually end up becoming a tech industry. Amazon is retail, but it's tech. Netflix is entertainment, but it's tech. No matter what industry you're in, eventually you will end up in the tech industry. So that is where you should focus on. In the future, I think we'll have robots and automation software doing everything. And you want to be the guy who's telling software what to do instead of the guy whose job is being replaced by software. The next question I'll take is from Poopa. Go ahead, Pupa. How are you?
Hi Harsh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. What's your question, Pupa?
Yeah, so I'm a fourth year student and I want to go into the field of research in computer science. And I've got some very good internship at a good university. And I find that a very good place to, do my thing. But the problem is that this university or this program is not funded very well, so I'm not getting paid for anything, but I know I'm doing a really good job there. But when I see all of my friends who are doing equally good internships but they are getting paid, I feel somewhat disheartened, so I don't know what to do of this.
I'm not sure what to tell you. Generally, this is a very general opinion and not specific to your industry. Anyone who does not have money to pay you is not someone you should work with, because someone who can't pay you can't teach you anything. This is just a general internship opinion. I'm not sure how it works in research. So take it with a grain of salt. If someone can't pay you, say, $5, $10 an hour, how will they teach you anything? They should be making some money for themselves, right? If they don't have any money, how can you learn from them? The next question I'll take is from Yamanu Ichtaka. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, Yamanu.
Hi, Harsh, that's not my name. I just put it on the Telegram account, so I don't want random people knowing my identity. Yeah. By the way, yeah. Good evening, and how are you?
I'm well. How are you? What's your question,
Yeah.
Yamanu?
Yeah. So, Harsh, I've been following you for some time, and taking inspiration from you and other data creators. I have decided to start my own business. So, I have finalized out on some products, designed and prototyped some. So I haven't still started the selling process. So is there any advice that you can give me on that?
Why haven't you started the selling process already?
We are predominantly focusing on e-commerce. So
why haven't you started selling yet? Like, what are you waiting for?
well, I'm basically an engineer. So first thing I did is I just designed the thing and got a 3D printer model of it. So there are some iteration changes. We have to do, like it's me and my friend. So we discuss and do some iteration changes. So after that, we just have to move to production and selling. So before that, I just need to get a grip on the finances and the selling side of the business. So
this is an extremely broad question and impossible to answer in specific, but it's generally best to try testing out what your sales page is going to say, which customers you're targeting, what's the target market, and try running some ads for that product and see how many people actually click the buy now button. You can, when people click the buy now button, you can put up a page that says that you're still working on the product and give us an email ID so that we can contact you later. What you're trying to accomplish is you're trying to find out if the market actually exists. Because when you make a product and you might do all the work, you might get all the paperwork ready, all the testing, and you might find out that no one wants to buy your product. So what will you do then? I think the selling needs to come first, and I don't know why you have waited so long. Try selling it and seeing if all the effort you're putting in is actually worthwhile. The next question I'll take is from Surya Narayan. Oh, looks like he stopped raising his hand. So I'll take a question from PLK. PLK, you can talk.
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, how are you?
All right, I'm good, thank you. Firstly, thanks a lot for having this Q&A session. It's a great initiative by you. So jumping right into my question, so I actually work for a big four in a creative line. I'm a UX designer, and I've recently gotten into investing. So I'm kind of working on multiple passive income streams for myself. And the question I wanted to ask you is, if I'm starting a Twitter-based business, do I need a website to complement it, or
No.
can I use Twitter by itself as a medium to promote my business?
You can use Twitter by itself, but there is no harm in having an extra website. if you are using Twitter,
Yeah.
here's the problem with Twitter. Twitter has a tendency to ban people for no reason out of the blue. So it's usually best to hedge and also have an email newsletter and try to collect emails from Twitter. You can obviously just use Twitter and not have a website, but why would you not want to have a website? It's just an advantage you can have. Why would you give it up? So set up a website, set up a newsletter, and collect some emails so that when you get or if you get banned, you have some way of reaching people who like you. The next question I'll take is from Surya Narayan. Again, his hand is up. Hey Surya, how are you?
Hello, can you
Hey
hear me?
Surya, how are you? Yes, I can hear you.
How are you doing, Harsh?
I'm well. What's the question, Surya?
Yeah, so I have started to work out recently. Like I'm working out at home, but I'm lacking the discipline to work out consistently. Like I'm always thinking, I will like start from next week or I will just start from tomorrow. So like, how do I build the consistency? Like I'm
See, the
really like,
first 2 3 months you have to push through. After you start seeing changes in your body, you lose weight, you'll have some muscle, people will start giving you compliments, and that's when it becomes a habit. It's like I told the guy who called in the beginning, no one can force you to do anything. No one's gonna come and hold your hand and give you the bar and say raise it up and down. It's something you have to do, and if you don't think it's a priority, you won't want to do it. So it's you have to take responsibility for yourself. No one else can do it for you. Here's one thing that did help me be more consistent though. It's to work out in the morning and not in the evening. When you work out in the morning, you've just woken up and there's nothing else you can do. So you just work out. But in the evening, you're tired from your day's work. So there's a stronger chance that you'll miss your workout or not want to do it, or you'll just be exhausted mentally. This really helped me to just work out in the morning and track your workout so you can see the progress you're making. So if you were squatting, say, 50 kg yesterday and you're squatting 51 kg today, 52 kg the next day. So if you can see your progress, it's motivating. The next question I'll take is from I am Groot. Okay, I'm Groot. You can speak.
Hello, am I audible, Harsh?
Yes.
Okay, I basically had two questions, but let's go with the first one. I want to know, is there a way that we can invest in foreign or US stocks from India, and what are the transaction rates or apps you would recommend? Like, I know this app End Money, but the
If you want to just invest abroad, you can just get any normal broker and tell him that you want to invest abroad, and they will they will set you up. So it's a very simple thing. Just go to any popular broker and they will help you. They will tell you the rates and everything as well. Like I don't know them off the hat. I don't invest much in equity. I'm mostly into crypto. The next question I'll take is from Subhav Samad. Hey Subhav, you can speak. Subhav Samad can speak.
Yeah, I'm speaking. Am I audible?
Yes. How are you, Subhav? What's your question?
I'm good. Yeah, I have two small questions. I will just ask. Which Indian exchange do you suggest for crypto long-term investment? And one more thing, do you suggest keeping the cryptos in wallet or exchange? That's it.
I would recommend CoinDCX or WazirX, and don't keep anything on the exchange unless they force you to. So there are some coins they don't let you withdraw, but things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the bigger ones that you can withdraw, I strongly recommend withdrawing them. Don't keep anything on the exchange. These exchanges get hacked every once in a while, or the government will tell them one day to stop letting people withdraw, and your coin and your money will be stuck. So there is no advantage that comes to you as an investor for keeping your coins on the exchange. Traders, yeah, it makes sense because they save transaction fees, but As an investor, withdraw whenever you can. The next question I'll take is from Dhananjay Pandya. Dhananjay can speak.
Hello. Hi, Harsh.
Hey Dhananjay, how are you?
My question is, I have a anonymous account on a Twitter. I just started my Twitter journey, and on the Twitter business, should I make a product first or build an audience?
Build an audience first. You can also make a product. What's the worst that can happen? No one will buy a product, right? So what? So you can do both. There's no one and two. You can do both at once. But your main focus should be on growing the audience. The next question I'll take is from M. Go ahead, M. You can speak. M can speak.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I just had a quick question. Do you do these calls every month? Because I've been in this a couple months now and I've never seen the voice call before.
I think we've been doing this since February.
Oh, okay. So is it always at the same like date and time?
Usually at the end of the month.
Okay. All right,
I
thank
post on the group, but it doesn't have as many views. I'm not sure why you did not notice, but you will find
you. Yeah,
some
it
of the
doesn't
old
show up in my
calls on YouTube.
notification. Okay. All right, thanks.
You're welcome. The next question I'll take is from Jagrut. Okay, Jagrut, how are you?
Hi. Yes.
Hey, Jagrut, what's the question?
Yeah. So my question is, being in the early 20s and seeing you in the like, I've read your posts and all. You are like 25 years old from an village background or something. I exactly don't know. Sorry if I'm wrong. But how would you like? I would like to see myself so much like the best version of myself in coming 2 to 3 years. So what would be the basic things that I should start doing or motivate myself to do?
The most important ones are lifting weights, reading books, reading good books. I don't mean crappy romantic novels and things of that sort. I mean reading business fiction, non-fiction books. You can find some books on my suggested books page on the website. And habits like meditation, learn how to code, build some websites, try things out. It's really about having the right mindset, being curious, being willing to take risks. Not your main goal in life should not be to get a job and live like a regular person. You should want to be bigger than that, which you already seem to be doing, judging by a question. So just keep working on things, keep trying new things, and keep trying to build, and it'll happen at some point. The next question I'll take is from Swaraj. Hey Swaraj, how are you?
Hi. Hi, I'm good. Sorry, my mic was mute.
No problem, Swaraj. What's the question?
My question is, how did you choose Twitter as a medium to build your brand? And the second is that you do not use your own personal identity. This is a very different identity that you have used to build. So, do you ever plan to use your own personal identity to add it to your brand? That is it.
The reason I used Twitter was simply because I had no idea what social media to use. So before Life Math Money, I had no social media accounts at all. I did have a Facebook account back in 2014, 13, but I deleted it in 2015 early because of the whole privacy issue. So I just deleted my account. So for many years, I didn't have a single account. I did know a couple of bloggers like Mike Cernovich, Wall Street Playboys, Victor Pride, who were using Twitter to essentially get more readers. So that's where I decided to go. I followed the pros. So that's how I ended up on Twitter. Regarding anonymity, I don't see what's the point of me telling everybody this is my identity, this is who I am. It's just harassment from people. There's no advantage. It won't change my content. And my target market is smart people. So dumb people need someone to see that they can relate to, but smart people focus on the idea. So I don't think it would make any difference whatsoever. It'll only cause problems to me. So I don't see myself getting out of the anonymity anytime soon. The next question I'll take is from Pankaj. Go ahead, Pankaj. How are you?
Hello.
Hey, Pankaj. How are you?
Hi, Harsh. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
She. Wait, sorry, huh? Sorry for it. I have a
No, no,
small son.
that's a cute one.
He feels that he should. She will go. Sapo. उसको ले जाओ उधर. Sorry, huh? Sorry, guys.
No
Sorry.
problem, no problem. What's the question,
Yeah, I
Pankaj?
have a son. He also wants to talk to you. That's sorry for it. So my
No
basic
problem.
question is, I have just two simple questions. Okay.
Mhm.
My second question may be out of this subject, or you can say that the
Go ahead,
conversation we
ask.
held on.
It's fine.
Okay. So first one is that I'm just MBA grades. Currently, I'm working at an FMCG firm, but the thing is that I just want to create a wealth. Okay, and most of the time I've seen that people are investing in the cryptos, mutual funds, and all those things.
If you want to
But at
create
the end
wealth, you
of the
have to
day,
start a business.
yeah, but at the end of the day, I always just left with nothing. Okay, and I do not know how to save money and how to invest it. That though I have a plan that within a 5 years, yes, I want to have a big house, and I know that for the big house I will be requiring at least a 60 to 70 lakhs. Okay, but at this point of time, when I plan that, how will I able to save money, and at the end of the month, I just always left with nothing. And sometimes even it happens that I always borrow money from the friends. Okay, so according to you, what are the steps to save a money? Okay, and what are
Make
the
a
best
budget.
way to what are the best way to invest so that we could have a greater ROI? And second question is that how to control emotions and how to control anger. And suppose if you feel like that what are the approaches one should have?
I see. So I'll answer both of your questions. They're good questions, by the way. To save money, you need to first create a budget and stick to the budget. The reason why you're ending up with no money at the end of the month is because you are spending without accounting for it. So if you don't have a budget, you will just spend whenever you feel like it. And that you will have no control over your finances. So you need to make a budget, whatever income you have, then list out what expenses you have and try to stick to it. I have an article on making a budget. Just look for it on the website. I think the link is lifemathmoney.com/budget. So have a look there, make a budget, and that's the only way you can essentially figure out how much you're making, how much you're spending, where your money is actually going. So when you say, I'm left with nothing at the end of the month and you're not even sure where it went, that problem needs to be solved first. How you invest? I think in your situation, your best, I would recommend going with something like mutual funds or something which are less risky and more predictable. Your second question is how to control your emotions. Meditation helps. There is nothing that will help you control them 100%, but meditation definitely helps. The next question I take is from Varsan.
Hi Harsh, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Thank you. My question is that I am a first year law student doing 5 year BA LLB. So I wanted to know what's your opinion, like which field should I enter, like after 5 years, what I should be like aiming for in the law field. Like there are many options. So what's your opinion regarding that?
I don't know. I am not in the law field, so I don't have an answer to you. Sorry. I think you should ask someone who is a lawyer and who practices law, and they will be able to guide you better. The next question I'll take is from Arjun. Hey Arjun, how are you? Looks like Arjun is not here. Mute him again. Okay. We'll do 3 more questions. So I'll take a question from Ankit. Ankit, you can speak.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Ankit, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. So I just want to ask you. So I'm a full-time. I'm a performer actor, and it's like I don't know what when I have free time to do with like in the evening. So it's always like I plan my day, but in the evening I just don't know what to do with the time in the hand.
You need to have some sort of hobbies or something you want to work towards. It could be anything from a sport or lifting or reading, or you need to have some hobbies, man. Like, this is not a question I can answer for you. This is something you have to decide. Like, what do you care about? What are you passionate about? The next question I'll take is from Abhay Singh. Hey Abhay, how are you? Abhay, you can speak. Looks like he is not here. Okay. The next question I'll take is from Santosh. Hey Santosh, you can speak.
Hey, hi. Yeah, just my question. I'm not sure how to frame it. Basically, I am quite reluctant to waste time, and then I don't find any meaning or any reason to work towards it. I mean, being mindful and conscious enough to work to my goals, but then I keep on wasting time going back to reading philosophy and
What are your goals?
uh, one of my favorite is basically on essay on shortness of life, but then
No,
I
I
keep
mean, what
daunting myself, I mean, to waste time on this.
you're saying that you don't have the motivation to go after your goals, correct?
Yes, I do have my own reasons, but then I can't stick to it. I tried doing discipline, meditation, but then slowly and gradually I'm moving towards them. I mean, one of them is lifting that helps me first thing in the morning, but then throughout the day I can't stick to everything I want to do.
Hmm. I would say just make a to-do list and try to complete everything on your list before you do any leisure activities. When you do leisure activities before you get your work done, they distract you and you don't feel like getting your work done. So just wake up and start with everything you want to do. And only when all of that is done are you allowed to go do something that entertains you, like reading a book or watching a YouTube video or anything that you do for entertainment. So after you are satisfied that you have worked hard enough today, are you allowed to seek entertainment? I will take one last question today. I'll take it from Ketan. Hey Ketan, you can speak. Ketan can speak. Looks like Ketan is not here, so we'll mute him again. And we'll take a question from Abhishek. Abhishek can speak. Looks like he isn't here either. So we'll take Anuj's question. Anuj can speak. Arjun's question, sorry.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute my mic last time. So
No
my
problem.
question is, I'm actually preparing for some competitive exams, and I do know that you're not in favor of preparing for them, but it's due to family or something. I do not have any other option. So I'm at a place in my life where I'm kind of lonely or alone. I'm all alone, and I'm studying like 8 or 9 hours a day every day. But then I long for someone, some company or opposite sex company. What's the solution of this? How do I stop feeling that void in me? I
Get
have no
married.
idea. I've done everything.
Get a girlfriend or get married.
No, I'm quite young for that.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
I mean, that's normal to feel a need to be with the opposite sex. If it's a very strong thing, you could definitely try dating. And if it's actually bothering you so much, you should try dating. I think you should, if it's bothering you this much. Okay, this is the last question I'll take, and I'll take this question from Vishal ISM, who says, Harsh, please accept my request. Okay, Vishal, how are you?
Hi, Hirsch. I'm fine. I'm doing good. Actually, this question is related to, um, you know, I have heard one of your podcast saying, you know, I was used to call Paresh Rawal in my childhood. You used to ask questions or whatever it is. That stuck in my mind so much that nowadays everyone is following this herd mentality where they're not thinking, is it really like, I agree with so many things whatever you tweet, and I disagree with some of the things. So there are so many people who follow blindly whatever the people say. They don't use their logical brain or whatever it is. uh, why do we see this kind of herd mentality in the first place? And second place, thank you so much, Hirsch. You have built so, you have created so much value for me. Like when I started following you when you were 15 or 20K followers, I was in my intermediate at that point. um, I started my affiliate business. So now it is giving me a passive business. At that point, I used to ask my dad and my mother for whatever the expenses I wanted, and at some point I used to feel shy asking my dad. And some point I used to feel embarrassed. But in whatever I'm earning right now, all the expenses, like whatever the small expenses, I am able to and cater to that needs. So it opened my view, it opened my it unlocked my brain that internet will also work, like internet income will also be one of the options. So and I started going to gym, and I decreased almost 10 to 12 kgs, and I am looking in a very good shape. And the third thing, don't be the third thing is, don't be so have a you are the average of the four peoples, you used to say that. And don't be friends with losers. I followed the same exact thing. And even till I'm doing my degree second year, even till this point, I have only few friends in my college. So that helped me a lot, because the other friends who are initially I've seen have now turned to be addicts of pot, addicts of tobacco or whatever it is. So I felt like, yeah, this is working for me. Whatever Hirsch is tweeting is the blind truth or whatever it is, and some of the points I disagree. So yeah, can
I'm happy that my content has helped you a lot. And it's glad to hear that you've been following me for a while and it's working so well for you. And it's always good to be able to provide for the family and not have to ask for money. Regarding your question, why are people like sheep and why don't they think? People have always been like that. 99% of people follow the herd, and there are very good evolutionary reasons for it. Humans evolved to live in tribes, and if someone disagreed with the tribe too much, the tribe would kick him out, and he would basically be left alone, and there's a very strong chance that he would die. So humans have evolved to fit in with the tribe. Even if they're wrong, they will try to fit in with the people they're around. And only a small percentage of people actually have the genes to ask questions and do things which might anger everyone around them. This has always been a feature of the human race, and it isn't something new. It's something that is what we evolved for. And the people like us who actually ask questions, we are the abnormal ones. So I hope this Q&A helped you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the Telegram chat later, and have a good day, everyone. See you. We'll do another call next month.